What's up, guys? It's your boy Giovanni, the G35 fan, back at it again with another video on the channel. So, guys, like always, if this is your first time tuning in, feel free to subscribe, share the video, like the video, and hit that notification bell. That way, you can be notified to when I upload a video. Greatly appreciate the support. So, what's up, guys? How's it going? For today's video, I'm going to be replacing the driver's side CV axle. So I've already replaced the one on the passenger side. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out. Um, wasn't really that bad. But for today's video, I'm going to be replacing the driver's side. And as you can see, I got a lot of stuff in the way. So should be interesting. But we're going to get this taken care of and see how everything goes. But like always, been talking too much. So let's get this video started. Alright, guys, so the first step to removing the CV axle is you're going to want to loosen up this cotter pin and remove this nut. Now, I have a 2006 Infiniti G35X, and the socket for this is going to be a 32 millimeter socket. So I have the impact wrench right here to loosen it up. As you can see, I have multiple things going on because I'm replacing the ball joints and all that. But I can still show you how to get access to the CV axle. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up, take this cotter pin off, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so after loosening up that nut, you'll be able to remove this shaft right here between the wheel hub. Now, as you can see, my boot was already ripped, so this whole CV axle popped out. So I'm going to have to still go back there and take off those 6 bolts. That way I can put the new CV axle on. So right here with the sledgehammer, I just ended up banging it, and then I had like a rod like this to bang it from this end and pop it out. And then once I pop it out, you're gonna want to put a jack on here because this whole thing is gonna fall, and it's gonna be held by this upper control arm, and you don't want any of these hoses to burst or anything. So I might as well take these off like that so there's not tension on it. So something like that. Um, but yeah, you're gonna want to put something right here to pretty much prevent it from falling. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this out, and then we'll go from there. So guys, I got the CV axle removed, as you can see. Now, the only reason why I have all this disassembled is because I'm working on the ball joint as well. But to make it a lot easier for you guys, I did this when I removed the CV axle on the passenger side. So between the strut, you have the upper control arm. And if you remove those 2 bolts right there that are supporting it, it should be able to swivel and maneuver, be able to move out of the way so you can take out the CV axle like that. You'll just have to make sure to take off some of these hoses so that way you're not putting tension on it, and it kind of loosens it up. And then just support your whole system on the I guess you can say on a car jack or whatever it is on the rotor, so that way it has support. But other than that, that's how you can maneuver without going through all this. Just remove the upper control arm. So to remove those bolts back there, you can see them. There's 6 of them, right? You're going to use this extension right here. As you can see, I have a pretty long extension with the 10 millimeter socket at the end. So what you're going to want to do is move this out of the way so that way you can get your extension in there. And then, I don't know if you can see, but I'll put it right there. just like that, and then you'll be able to loosen it up. I'm trying to do all this with one hand so y'all can. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. So I got all the bolts removed, all 6 of them, as you can see. Now you gotta pretty much pop this off. So with your pry bar and a sledgehammer, right here under this little lip, you don't want to watch these lines right here, but right here you're gonna pretty much try to pop it off. So I can do this on camera. Let's see. There we go. Oh yeah, just like that. Get all that grease. So I'm gonna reuse this grease and put it all over the new CV axle. As you can see, guys, I was able to remove this piece right here. Kind of difficult, but if you have the right parts, I mean, it's real easy to remove. Um, as you can see, everything matches, so I got the right part. Now, I was kind of skeptic because this was my first time doing the all-wheel drive CV axle on my car, and when I was looking for the part, I noticed that there was 2 types of different CV axles. So the CV axle that's meant for my car has this end right here, but I saw some that had like a shaft, which kind of made sense because, how else can the car rotate or the axle work? But doing some further research, these 6 bolts that are on this plate, when they bolt onto the drivetrain, it pretty much acts as a shaft. So kind of made sense, but it kind of threw me off. So just make sure you get the right part for your G35. Like I mentioned, I have a '06 G35X all-wheel drive, so just make sure you get the right part, and if not, just look under the vehicle, and you can tell that way too. But I thought that was pretty cool to find out that that's how this whole piece works. Even though you don't have a shaft, this acts as the shaft and is able to rotate. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and grease this up. This one didn't look as bad. It was greased up, but some of the parts may be a little bit dry, but the boots were ripped. So you know we'll see what happens when I install the new one. But yeah. All right, guys, so got the CV axle installed. Now I don't know the exact torque specs on the screws, but I can look it up and I'll leave them right here in the video. But if not, you can look it up. So now that I got that installed, now all I gotta do is just put this in back in the center of the wheel hub, and we should be good to go. So let me do that right now. Alright, so it does come with the nut already, but I'm just going to reuse the one that came with the vehicle. So then you just put this on. Just like that. And then with your 22 millimeter or your 32 millimeter socket, you tighten it up. Now I'm just going to tighten it up just enough where then I can put the torque wrench on there and torque it down. If I remember, the torque specs for this is like 150. I have to double check. Okay, just enough where you can still put your cotter pin on there. And that should be it, guys. Alright, guys, and that's how you install the driver's side CV axle. Now, I do still have to work on the ball joints and all that, so that's why I haven't put it all together. But for the most part, yeah, got a brand new driver's side and a brand new passenger side CV axle. So hopefully once I replace these ball joints, the car will be running a lot better and I won't have that clunking noise. So we'll see what happens there. But for the most part, guys, that's gonna pretty much conclude the end of this video. I just wanted to kind of show y'all how to remove and replace the CV axle on the driver's side. So if y'all have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. Like always, guys, if you enjoyed the content, do me that favor, hit that thumbs up, share the video, and we'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Giovanni. Peace.